students, now we are going to revise for revision test 1 portion from lesson number 6, 7, 9, 10 and 11, 2 and 3 more questions only. First we can see the chapter 6, question number 1, define the term money market. According to Crowther says, the money market is the collective name given to the various firms and institutions that deal in the various grades of near money. That's a various grade of various money. Then second one, what is a CD market? CD means certificate of deposit. CD means certificate of deposit. The market for buying and selling of certificate of deposits is known as CD market. Then CD market means certificate of deposits are short-term deposit instruments issued by banks and financial institutions to raise large sum of money. It is known as the certificate of deposit. Then what is government securities market? A market whereby the government or gilt-edged securities can be bought and sold is called government securities market. Then what do you mean by actioning? A method of trading whereby merchants buy against one another and where the securities are sold, the highest bidder is known as actioning. Then what do you mean by switching? The purchase of one securities against the sale of another security carried out by the RBI in the secondary market as part of its open market operations is described as switching. Then next we can go to chapter 7. First question is, what is mean by stock exchange? Stock exchange is an organized market for the purchase and sale of industrial and financial security. It is an organized market for buying and selling of corporate and other securities. It is also known as stock market or share market. Then second one question, define stock exchange. The Indian Securities Contract Regulation Act of 1956 defined stock exchange as an association, organization or body of individuals, whether incorporated or not, established for the purpose of assisting, regulating and controlling business in buying, selling and dealing in securities. So another one author says, Husband and Thackeray says stock exchange are privately organized markets which are used to facilitate trading in securities. Then write any 5 stock exchanges in India. Bangalore Stock Exchange Limited, the Cochin Stock Exchange Limited, the Bombay Stock Exchange, the Jaipur Stock Exchange Limited, the Canara Stock Exchange Limited. So these are all the important 5 stock exchange in India. Then what is mean by remisier? He acts as an agent of a member of a stock exchange. He obtains business for his principal, the member, and gets a commission for the service. So he acts as an agent of a member of a stock exchange. He obtains business for his principals, that is the member. He gets a commission for that service. He is called remisier. Who is called a broker? Broker or commission agent who act as intermediaries between buyer and sellers of securities. They do not purchase or sell securities on their behalf. They bring together the buyers and sellers and help them in making a deal. So broker charges a commission from both the parties for their services. So that person is known as broker. What are the types of speculator? Speculators are classified into 4 types. First one is bull, bear, stag and land duck. There are 4 types of speculators. Then go to next lesson. Eighth chapter is reduced chapter. Then next can go to see about chapter 9, fundamentals of human resource management. Fundamentals of human resource management. First question, give the meaning of human resources. This in an organization, the human resource are the employees who are inevitable for the survival and success of the enterprises. So who acquired the required skill set, talent, knowledge, competencies, and capabilities are called human resources. Those individuals who have competences uh, and capabilities in the accomplishment of both individual and organizational objectives. So, this is the meaning of the HR. Then, what is human resource management? HRM. The branch of management that deals with managing human resource is known as human resource management. So, human resource management is a function of management concerned with hearing, motivating, and maintaining people in an organization. So, state two futures of human resource management. The features of human resource management are as follows. The first one is it is an universally relevant. Goals are made possible through best utilization. So there are the main features of human resource management. Then mention two characteristics of human resource. Human resource is the only factors of production that leaves human resources created all other resources. The first one, human resource management is both science as well as art, then it is intangible. So this is a very, very important characters of the human resource. The first one is it is an human resource management is both science as well as an art. It is intangible. So intangible means movable assets. Then what are the managerial functions of HRM? The planning, directing, organizing, then controlling. So there are the managerial functions of human resource management. Then go to next lesson, chapter 10, recruitment methods. Chapter 10, recruitment method. So give the meaning of requirement. Requirement is the process of finding suitable candidate. Right person is the right job. So suitable candidates for the various posts in an organization. So recruitment, it is process of attracting potential people to apply for a job is an organization. This is the meaning of the recruitment. Who is promotion? What is promotion? Based on seniority and merits of the employees, they are given opportunity to move in the organizational hierarchy. This is known as the promotion. Then write any two internal source of recruitment: transfer, upgrading, promotion, demotion. Any two internal sources of the recruitment. So mention any two futures of campus recruitment. And visit the educational institutions to identify and new talent candidates. Then second one, futures of the campus interview. So recruitment, it is a costless method of recruitment. So to increase the efficiency of managing students of qualification, then other features of campus recruitment is shows the informations and descriptions of the companies. So many features of campus recruitment is here, but the main features of campus recruitment is visit the educational institutions to identify new talent candidates. Then it is costless methods of recruitment. This is the two main features of the campus recruitment. Then what is mean by poaching? Organizations, instead of trading and developing their own employees, here employees of other competitive companies by paying them more both financial and non-financial benefit. It is also known as trading. The next can see the chapter 11. What is selection? What is selection? Selection is the process of choosing the most suitable person for the vacant positions in the organization. So, selection is the process of differentiating between applicants in order to identify and hear those with a greater likelihood of success in a job. So, what is an interview? An interview is a purposeful exchange of ideas. So, the answering of questions and communication between two or more persons. So, the interview represents a face to face interaction between the interviewer and the interviewee. So, it is the meaning of the interview. Then, what is intelligent test? Intelligent tests are one of the psychological tests that is designed to measure a variety of mental ability, individual capacity of a candidate. The main aim of this test is to obtain an idea of the person's intellectual potential. The next one, what do you understand about biodata? So biodata, it is a commonly used uh, term in industrial and organizational psychology for biographical data. Biodata is defined as factual kinds of questions about life and work experiences as well as to item involving opinions, values, beliefs, and attitudes that reflect a historical perspective. It is known as the uh, biodata. So next, ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம வந்து 2 மார்க்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் பார்த்தோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் 3 மார்க் கொஷின்ஸ் நம்ம இப்போ ரிவைஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ நவ் வி கேன் ரிவைஸ் 3 மார்க் கொஷின்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் லெசன் நம்பர் 6 to 11. ஸோ வாட் ஆர் த ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் what are the futures of treasury bill? Issuer, finance bills, liquidity, vital source, monetary management. Then second one question, who are the participants of money market? Private and public banks, mutual funds institutions, insurance companies, Reserve Bank of India and State Bank of India, commercial banks, state governments, then public. So um, these are all the participants of money markets. Explain the types of treasury bills. On the basis of periodicity, treasury bills may be classified into three. They are 91 days treasury bills. So 91 days treasury bills are issued at a fixed discount rate of 4% as well as through actions. Then 182 days. 182 days treasury bills means the RBI holds, Reserve Bank of India holds 91 days and 182 treasury bills, and they are issued on tap basis throughout the week. Then 364 days treasury bill. 364 days treasury bills do not carry and fixed rate. So these are all the different types of treasury bills. It's very, very important questions. Then next question, what are the futures of certificate of deposit? What are the futures of CD? First one future is document of title to time deposit. Then second one future, it is unsecured negotiable instrument. Then third one, it is freely transferable by endorsement and delivery. Then fourth one, future is it is issued at discount to face value. So these are the futures of CD. That is meant by there is certificate of deposit. Then what are the types of commercial bill? Demand and uses bills, clean bills and documentary bills, inland bills and foreign bills, indigenous bills, accommodations and supply bills. So these are all the different types of commercial bill. Then chapter 7, first question, what are the limitations of stock exchange? So lack of uniformity and control of stock exchanges. Then second one, failure to control unhealthy speculators. Then no proper regulations of listing of securities on the stock exchange. So it is the drawback of the stock exchange. Then explain bull and bear. Bull, a bull or another name is the Jwala, is an operator who expects a rise in prices of securities in the future. He is called bull because just like a bull ten- tends to throw his victim up in the air, the bull speculator stimulates the price to rise. So he is an optimistic speculator. Then another one speculator name is bear. A bear or mandiwala speculators expects prices to fall in future and sells securities at present with a view to purchase them at lower price in future. A bear mm, usually prices its victim down to ground. There are two types of speculators compared to the animals. Then a bear is a pessimistic speculator. The next one, explain stag and lame duck. Then stag means a stag is a cautious speculator in the stock exchange. He applies for share in new companies and expects to sell them at a premium if he gets an allotment. He is also called a premium hunter. Then lame duck, when a bear finds it difficult to fulfill his commitment, he is said to be struggling like a lame duck. A bear speculator contracts to sell securities at a later date. Moreover, the buyer is not willing to carry over the transactions. Then, chapter 9, define the term human resource management. So, man of all resources available to him can grow and develop. So, Peter Drucker says, man of all resources available to him can grow and develop. Then, second one question, what are the characteristics of human resources? It is the only factor of production that lives. It is created all other resources. Human resources are emotional beings. Then, human resources are movable. So these are the characteristics of HR. What is the significance of human resource? Industrial relation depends on human resource. Human relation is possible only through human resource. Human resource manages all other factors of production. So these are the significant of human resource. Then another one question, state the functions of human resource management. The first one function is planning. So planning means deciding in advance what to do, how to do, and who is to do it. It helps in the systematic operations of business. It is known as the planning of human resource management. Then second one, organizing. It includes division of work among employees by assigning each employee their duties, delegation of authority as required, and creation of accountability to make employee responsible. Then directing. In it involves issue of orders and instruments and instructions along with the supervision, guidance, and motivation to get the best out of employees. Then we can go to next chapter. Now see the chapter 10. Topic is recruitment. Employee recruitment. So recruitment method. First one question is define the term recruitment. So according to Edwin P. Flippo says recruitment is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for jobs in an organization. Then what is mean by unsolicited application? These are the applications of job seekers who voluntarily apply for the vacancies not yet notified by the organization. Then what is mean by job portals? Using internet job portals, organizations can screen for the prospective candidates and fill up the vacancies. State the steps in recruitment process outsourcing, recruitment understanding, advertiser and source, screening, validation, profile submission, interview process, then selection. Then last lesson, chapter 11, employee selection process. So first question, what is selection? What is stress interview? What is stress interview? So this type of interview is conducted to test the temperament and emotional balance of the candidate interview. Interviewer deliberately creates stressful situation by directing the candidate to do irrational and irritating activities. So they assess the suitability of the candidate by observing the reaction and response of the candidate to the stressful situation. So mostly this type of interview is conducted for recruiting sales representatives, then staff for defense and law enforcement agencies. So this is a stress. It is known as the stress interview. Then what is structured interview? What is structured interview? So structured interview method here, series of questions to be asked by the interviewer or prepared by the interview, and only these questions are asked in this interview. So the ultimately interviewers are ranked on the basis of score earned by the candidate in the interview. It is otherwise known as guided interview and planned interview. So under this method is a series of questions to be asked by the interviewer or pre-prepared by the interviewer, and only these questions are asked in the interview. It is known as the structure interview. The name the type of selection test. So several tests are conducted in the selection process. They are ability test. So ability test under aptitude test, achievement test, intelligence test, judgment test. So these are all the ability test. Then another one test is personality test. So personality test under interest test, personality test, projective test, then altitude test. These are the two types of selection test. And what do you mean by achievement test? This test measures a candidate's capacity to achieve in a particular field. It is also called proficiency test. So proficiency test means the regular examination conducted in educational institutions represents achievement test. It is also known as proficiency test. So this test is conducted before, during, or after a learning experience. For example, a driver may be asked to drive a vehicle to test its driving efficiency. A music student may be asked to play a given instrument. A teacher candidate may be asked to give a demonstration. So this is all the achievement test. What is aptitude test? So aptitude test is a test to measure suitability of the candidates for the post or role. It actually measures skill sets of the candidates. It helps in pre, pre predicting the ability and future performance of the candidates. So aptitude test can be measured by the following ways: numerical reasoning test, verbal reasoning test, inductive reasoning test, mechanical reasoning test, diagrammatic reasoning test, spatial reasoning test, the situation judgment test, mental arithmetic test, vocabulary test, number sequence test. So these are all the different types of tests will be conducted in the aptitude test. Then next one, how is panel interview conducted? Where a group of people interview the candidate, it is called panel interview. So usually panel comprises chairpersons, subject expert, psychological experts, representatives of minorities, underprivileged groups, nominees of higher bodies, and so on. So all panel members ask different types of questions on general areas of specializations of the candidates. So at the end, the marks awarded by all the members are aggregated and the candidates are ranked accordingly. So this method eliminates bias in selection process. So it ensures more reliability in the selection of the candidate. So students, in this class we heard learn about revision for long answer questions. Sorry, 2 and 3 mark questions only. So I will give few assignment questions. You have to write it in the assignment notebook. If you have any doubt, please contact me. I will give some study materials. Take more concentrate on these questions. Thank you, students.